Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host, David Strege, and here I'm going to go on about another film that is related to my previous film that I reviewed, and it is called Mother Krampus 2, Sleigh Ride. It was originally called Sleigh Bells, and it is put out by Fright Tech Pictures on Cinedigm, and it was marketed as a direct sequel to Mother Krampus, which came out last year. But this was directed by Eddie Lengyel, who had directed 4 feature films before this. 2 of them that I know that I own, 2 of them I do not. Hell Week and Scarred, as well as Voodoo Rising and The Curse of Lilith Ratchet. So, whereas the first one, the story was based on a real fairy tale of a goddess of the spinsters, which ended up being kind of a woman who came around the 12 days of Christmas and decided who was naughty and naughty or nice, and it was a Scandinavian fairy tale. Whereas this one, we find out later that an escaped mental patient had taken the place of family's house, which a group of 4 girls who were just finishing up their community service and only had 8 more hours to go to rectify their the wrongdoings that they had done. That would mean young Victoria, played by Kate Lynn Newberry, Gracie, played by Tiffany Hilton, Candace, played by Robbie Barnes, and Lady Athena Slay, played by Roger Connors. So, yeah, this was different. I suppose if you took it as a standalone film, it's not too bad. The acting is pretty decent. I definitely liked Chris Smith's character. This was the escaped mental patient that had taken the form of Mrs. Smith, which we later found out was someone else, which I don't want to say that because I want you to go see the film. So ultimately, we find out that these young women have either gotten in trouble for theft, sucked a cop's cock, or something of that nature. Even as innocent as driving a drunk friend while not having their license, or not having their license yet, which is innocent enough, to say the least. What I do like is the different kills. I do like that there is one girl that evidently has promiscuous sex with a swinger boyfriend or whatnot, which was kind of different. So I do enjoy that some of the girls did not exactly, follow the rules. They kind of played like the cheerleader Richie bitch kind of, attitude. And I don't think that they would have learned anything. They have learned anything, even though they've done evidently 29 days of community service for what they have done wrong. I mean, that seems extensive for what they have done, but they have made it this far, and they don't deserve what's going to happen to them. But you enjoy what goes on because you evidently are drawn into hating some of these characters because of the way they treat each other. Now, I thought this film was decent if it had a standalone title. Uh, Now, I understand that the escaped mental patient actually sat down and when she was talking to the girls, she mentioned naughty and nice. And in a sense, I could see how that could connect the Mother Krampus films, but it was a totally different character and a totally different vibe. It was definitely a Christmassy film. It definitely was a holiday day film. I did enjoy Lady Athena Slay's character to an extent, um, as cross dressers are. She wasn't too bad, and you didn't expect what she ended up looking like in the very end. So, um, I thought the film was okay. It wasn't the greatest. Um, but it was passable. It's I'm trying to give this a film a pass, and I'm neutral on this one because it wasn't a direct sequel, and I was disappointed. So there, I said it. I was disappointed that this film didn't really follow after the Mother Krampus film. This was more of a marketed film to market to sell a movie based on that title to put a film out there. Which, if this had been under Slave Bells, it could have actually marketed very well, I think. So I think it could have stood alone on its own without the marketing aspect of it. But in any case, I was entertained. This is another holiday film to enjoy the um, indie aspect of it. And hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. Like and subscribe to my page if not. Here, I'll give you a look at the cover of the film. It definitely looks creepy enough. So, yeah, check it out. Let me know what you thought down in the comments and get back to me on that. And hopefully I'll have some more cool reviews for you in the future. And thank you for the traffic ahead of time. Thank you for listening. I just enjoy describing these films to you. Thank you so much.